Hold on to your repulsor rays, Marvel fans, because while you've been glued to every rumor about Kang, Doctor Doom, or even the return of a certain trickster god, a new terrifying force is about to crash into the MCU, completely under the radar. And trust me, this guy is far more dangerous than you think. He's a street-level hustler from Chicago, but his powers? They tap into something ancient, something demonic, something that could reshape the entire Marvel universe. I'm talking about Parker Robbins, also known as the Hood, the primary villain of the brand new Ironheart series. And today, we're uncovering every dark secret, every whispered rumor, and every reason why this misfit is about to become the MCU's next undeniable big threat. So, who exactly is the Hood and why should he be on your radar? Well, first off, this isn't just fan speculation. None other than Kevin Feige himself confirmed that the incredibly talented Anthony Ramos is bringing Parker Robbins to life. And from what we've seen in the trailers, wow, Ramos is absolutely nailing this charismatic yet deeply unsettling vibe. He's got this charming swagger, but there's an undeniable darkness simmering just beneath the surface. It's captivating, honestly. But here's the game changer. Ironheart is setting up a direct, fundamental conflict we haven't seen explored like this in the MCU's main spotlight. We're talking about Riri Williams' bleeding-edge technology, clashing head-on with the Hood's dark magic. This isn't just another super-strength punch-up, this is a battle of ingenuity versus the supernatural, science versus sorcery, and that, my friends, is going to be epic. Now let's dive into Parker Robbins himself. He's not just some random villain cooked up for the series. Marvel Studios has grounded him deeply. This Parker is from Chicago, specifically the vibrant Humboldt Park neighborhood. Anthony Ramos has even spoken about how his own heritage helped shape this character, making him feel incredibly authentic. And let me tell you, when you see the show, Chicago itself really feels like a character. Ramos describes Parker as a misfit, someone who wants to gather other outcasts and prove that they, the underestimated, can rise to the top. This isn't just a simple bad guy, he's got a vision, a twisted sense of justice, almost a cult leader charisma. He truly believes he's doing good, even as he's heading down a dangerous, morally gray path, and that makes him so much more compelling. Here's where it gets really interesting for Riri. The official synopsis hints that she actually finds herself wrapped up with Parker Robbins early on. Can you believe it? Some reports even suggest he acts as a mentor of sorts, pulling her into illegal activities after her MIT expulsion just to fund her incredible Ironheart tech. Imagine the betrayal when Riri discovers who he truly is. That's some deep personal stakes right there. And there's another fascinating detail. Parker's mother is connected to the Young Lords. For those who don't know, they were a real-life street gang that transformed into an activist organization. This isn't just a throwaway line. It roots Parker in a rich, complex socio-political history, hinting at deeper motivations for his actions and a fierce loyalty to his community. He's not just robbing banks, there's a drive behind it all. But to truly grasp how dangerous the Hood can become, we have to look at his comic book origins. This isn't just some random magical guy. Parker Robbins debuted back in 2002 as a petty criminal who, get this, stumbled upon a demonic ritual. He ended up killing a Nisanti demon and stealing its enchanted red cloak and boots. Yeah, a casual demon slaying and theft of mystical artifacts, just another Tuesday for Parker. Initially, those stolen items granted him some pretty cool powers. The boots let him levitate, basically walk on air, and the cloak granted him invisibility, though he had to hold his breath, which, makes for some tense moments. But here's where things get really wild. Over time, that cloak's power wasn't just some one-off. It grew. And eventually Parker discovered it was deeply connected to Dormammu. Yes, the same Dormammu that Stephen Strange faced in the Dark Dimension. This demonic connection elevated his powers astronomically, giving him terrifying abilities like teleportation, potent energy blasts that look absolutely demonic, and even limited resurrection. The longer he used that cloak, the more he was corrupted, sometimes even transforming into a grotesque, clawed, super-strong, demonic form. This guy isn't just a threat. He's a burgeoning nightmare. And he didn't just stop at individual power. The Hood used these abilities to become a major criminal overlord, assembling his own super-criminal organizations. He even joined Norman Osborn's notorious Cabal, basically a villainous Illuminati during events like Civil War and Dark Reign. This wasn't some back-alley thug, he was playing at the highest echelons of the criminal underworld. And get this, he even briefly wielded incredibly powerful artifacts like the Norn Stones with Loki's help, and, unbelievably, even had possession of Infinity Gems. So when I say more dangerous than you think, I mean it. This man has universe-shaking ambition. Alright, this is where the real speculation begins, and why the Hood could be the villain we've all been waiting for. Remember that shot in the Ironheart trailer where Parker Robbins is in agony, and glowing runes are searing themselves onto his body? That's not just a cool visual that screams mystical pact, demonic influence, and it aligns perfectly with his comic book lore. And this leads us to the biggest, most electrifying rumor circulating the MCU, the Mephisto connection. For years, fans have been desperately waiting for Marvel's Devil to show up, and all signs point to him finally arriving in Ironheart, possibly played by none other than Sacha Baron Cohen. While the specific role isn't 100% confirmed, the reports are strong, and if Parker Robbins is getting his powers from Mephisto in the MCU, it changes everything. Imagine, the Hood isn't just a magic user. He's a direct proxy for one of the most manipulative, powerful, and utterly evil entities in the Marvel Universe. This would finally pay off all those WandaVision theories and set the stage for Mephisto to play a much larger role in the multiverse saga. The Hood, under Mephisto's influence, becomes an instant, terrifying force. And it's not just power, it's ambition. Executive producer Ryan Coogler has stated that Parker and Riri are two sides of the same coin, both driven by a shared quest for greatness. That means Parker isn't just some generic evil dude. He has a twisted vision for the world, and he's got the power or the demonic backing to make it happen. He's not going to stay a local kingpin. His comic history shows he rapidly aims for control of the entire supercriminal world. That ambition, mixed with those terrifying powers, makes him a true rising force. Here's the kicker for his next big threat status. He could be the perfect bridge character. He's got grounded, street-level roots from Chicago, making him relatable, but his powers can quickly scale to cosmic or mystical levels. He perfectly connects the gritty side of the MCU with its larger, more fantastical elements. And frankly, the core conflict of Riri's cutting-edge science against his ancient, illogical magic is just too compelling to ignore. Some sources are even suggesting that Anthony Ramos's charismatic performance could make the Hood a fantastic recurring villain, expanding his role to other MCU projects, much like how Jonathan Majors' He Who Remains led to Kang. Think about that for a second. So there you have it. Parker Robbins, the Hood, is not just another villain of the week. He's a fascinating blend of grounded ambition and terrifying supernatural power. With the potential Mephisto connection, his rapidly escalating powers from the comics, and his captivating charisma, the Hood is poised to be far more than just Ironheart's adversary. He's a character with the potential to break out of his own series and impact the entire multiverse saga, becoming a truly formidable force for years to come. What do you think? Is the Hood the MCU's next major villain? Are you ready for Mephisto to finally enter the fray? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the mystical, technological, and absolutely epic side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.